So I did something a little crazy. I hired an entire team of 7 AI employees for just 39 bucks a month. And today we're going to break down exactly what happened, who are they, did they actually work, and honestly, is this the future of how we run our businesses?
But hold on. Before we dive in, if you're into no fluff tech breakdowns like this one, do me a huge favor. Smash that like button and subscribe to Brand Tech Auth right now. Seriously, it helps a ton. Okay, back to it. The big question. Can you really replace an entire team for less than the price of a decent lunch? Let's find out. Okay, so if you're an entrepreneur, or hey, even if you run a small side hustle, you know this feeling, right? You're just drowning. Drowning in this endless sea of tasks. Customer support tickets, social media posts, answering emails, scheduling, and you never ever get to the stuff that actually grows the business. That was me. And that's exactly what I wanted to solve with this experiment.
And that's where Marblism comes in. Now, what's so interesting about this platform is how it's set up. This is not just another ChatGPT wrapper where you have to be some kind of prompt engineering genius to get anything useful. No. Instead, they give you a whole team of distinct AI employees, and each one is already trained for a super specific real-world job. And yeah, this really nails the whole concept. You're not just buying a tool, you're hiring a team. You got a customer support agent, an SEO writer, a social media manager, you name it, all for one flat fee, ready to go 24/7. I mean, think about it. No coffee breaks, no sick days. That's the pitch, at least. We'll see how it holds up. All right, so you're ready to meet the new hires? I went ahead and onboarded all 7 of these AI employees to see if they could actually handle the day-to-day grind and, give me my time back. So here's the starting lineup. First up, we've got Kara, our customer support agent. She's supposed to handle tickets 24/7 in, get this, over 50 languages. Then there's Eva, my new executive assistant, whose main job is to rescue me from my chaotic inbox. We've got Sunny, the social media manager, who's supposed to be cranking out 3 viral style posts a day. And then rounding out the team, there's Penny for SEO blogs, Stan for lead gen, Linda for legal docs, and Rachel, our receptionist. It's a pretty wild lineup for just one platform, right? Okay, let's set some ground rules here. The goal isn't to fire your head of marketing or your brilliant legal counsel. Come on. The real magic here is about outsourcing all of that boring, repetitive junk that just eats up your entire week. It's about getting rid of the noise so you can focus on the big picture stuff that actually moves the needle. Okay, team's hired. Now for the fun part, the trial by fire. I mean, it's one thing to look good on paper, right? But how did they actually do when I put them to work on real stuff? Let's see who actually pulled their weight. Right out of the gate, Eva, the executive assistant, was an absolute superstar. Before Eva, my inbox was, well, it was a dumpster fire, just a constant source of anxiety. But after I turned her on, bam, emails are auto-sorted, replies are drafted in my voice. Important stuff gets flagged automatically. The relief was just instant. Honestly, a total game changer. And then there was Sunny, the social media manager. Another huge win. You know that feeling of just staring at a blank screen with absolutely no idea what to post? Yeah, that feeling? Gone. Just poof. Sunny started pumping out and scheduling 3 posts a day, and they were in that kind of viral, engaging style that actually sounded like me. Just having that consistency made a huge difference, almost immediately. So what about the rest of the crew? It was a bit of a mixed bag, but mostly good. Kara on customer support actually handled my fake tickets surprisingly well. Linda, the legal assistant, was pretty good for getting a quick gist of a contract, but let's be real, you are not replacing a lawyer with this thing. Think of it more like a helpful paralegal. And Rachel, the receptionist, she was clever, for sure, but she's tied to a US phone number, which made her kind of useless for me and any other international users. That was a bit of a bummer. So yeah, the feeling of just having that weight lifted was awesome. But feelings don't pay the bills, right? The numbers, that's what tells the real story. This is where the value proposition goes from, oh, that's neat, to, whoa, okay. Let's look at the actual ROI on that 39 bucks. Okay, this is the stat that should make you stop and just think for a second. Marblism says that 75% of their users save more than 10 hours a week. I'll say that again, over 10 hours per week. That is an entire workday you get back every single week. I mean, what would you even do with an extra 40 hours a month? And then there's the money. The platform claims users save on average $5,000 a month compared to hiring freelancers or an agency. So $5,000 versus 39 bucks? The math on that is it's insane. It's absolutely staggering. And apparently, I'm not the only one who thinks so. They're reporting a 92% customer satisfaction rate after just the first week. That tells me people are getting set up fast and seeing real results right away. So this doesn't seem to be just a bunch of hype. It looks like it's actually delivering the goods. Okay, so after putting the team through its paces and looking at the wild numbers, the big question remains, is this thing actually worth it for you? Let's get to the final verdict. All right, let's break it down, pros and cons. On the pro side, you get all 7 of these AI employees for one stupidly low price. It works on its own, so you don't need to be a prompt engineer, and the time and money savings are just huge. Plus, it integrates with a lot of the tools you're probably already using. Now for the cons. The receptionist is US only, which is a drag. You still need to keep an eye on it for complex stuff. It's not perfect. And let's be super clear. This is not a replacement for creative strategy. It's an executor, not a strategist. And finally, it's a newer platform, so, we'll have to see how it holds up long term. So who should actually buy this? Look, if you're a solopreneur, a freelancer, or a small business trying to cut costs, it's pretty much a no-brainer. Same for marketing agencies, e-commerce stores, consultants. Really, it's for anyone who feels like they're just getting crushed by admin work and wants a cheap, effective way to buy their time back so they can focus on what they're actually good at. So I'm going to leave you with this one final question to think about. We know this whole AI team costs 39 bucks a month, but what's the cost of not using something like this? What's the cost in your time, in missed opportunities, in pure burnout? Seriously, what would you do for your business or for yourself with an extra 10 hours every single week?